I've been raising chickens for over 6 years, and here are my ride or die items that I would add to any coop if I were gonna rebuild my coop today. And we actually built our coop last year, so I built a lot of these into it. So let's break it down. Hi, I'm Daniela from the garden next door, and I have over 30 chickens. We've been raising chickens since the early 2000s, and I absolutely love raising chickens. We actually have around 30 chickens, and we've raised guinea hens along with our chickens. We've also intermittently raised turkeys with them as well. So we've raised a large amount of poultry, but here's things that I think you really need if you're gonna start raising chickens today, or you're thinking about making alterations to your coop. First off, you need an exterior nesting box entry point. Now, ours is just an easy latch system, but I've seen some pretty cool hydraulically opened ones as well. But something that you can go in and grab your eggs from the outside is a game changer. We used to have it inside of an old barn. This guy is where we used to keep our chickens when we first got them. And I always say, start before you're ready. Just get started. Get one, two. Actually, always start with 2 or more chickens. So they have friends, you know. But get started before you're ready. And we started with that barn, and inside was our nesting boxes. But what was annoying is you had to go inside. Now, right now I'm wearing rain boots and I absolutely love them, and I take them off before I go inside. But sometimes you're in a rush and you're getting eggs throughout the day and you want to wear some nice shoes, then walk inside with them, or wear your slippers outside, and you don't want to have to go inside the area. I also think it kind of messes with the chickens' feng shui, and they don't necessarily like it as much. So I definitely suggest an exterior nesting box entry point so that you don't have to go in there. Number 2, I'm a mom of 2 toddlers under the age of 3, and let me tell you, it is a handful. Now, before I had kids, I didn't know what busy meant, but now I know what busy means, and anything I can do to save time is gonna be my number 1 priority, which is why in our coop, we do the deep litter method. Now, when you're building out your coop, I highly suggest researching the deep litter method or doing it with your coop. And the only thing you need for this is some type of system where you can build up the bedding below it. So at most times, you're gonna want anywhere from 5 to 6 inches of bedding inside. So we have this board here that you can remove, and it just helps with cleaning out the bedding at the end of the year. But it also means that we can build up our bedding in here, and it does not come flying out back at us. Also inside the coop, this is not a must-have, but just something to think about. The nesting boxes as well as the roosts are what really tells you how many chickens you can have in there. So you need a certain amount of inches per chicken depending on what type of chicken breeds you have. It's going to change dependent on that. I'll write down below what kind of spacing you need here. But you need about a couple inches per chicken. So if you have more roosting areas, then that means that you can have more chickens. So you could have a 10 by 10 chicken coop, but only 2 feet of roosting bars, and then you can't have as many chickens. So you need to have more of them. And you also need about 1 nest box for every 2 to 3 chickens. We only have 4, and it means that we have a lot of eggs that are on the ground. Okay, next up, let's talk automation. Now, me, like anyone else, I love to go on vacations. I love at least a few days that I don't have to be mending or keeping up with my chickens, because I'm always keeping up with my dogs, my kids, my fish, everything else. So let's talk about how we automate our chicken coop. First up, and this is a DIYer, we have a nice big hefty plastic trash can. My husband drilled in some holes. We added some nipples, some chicken watering nipples. I'll link them down below too. And we did around 3 of these. What's really nice is we fill this whole jammy up with water, and then we don't have to water our chickens on a regular basis. We do this depending on the time of year. Like in the summer, we're filling this up a lot more often, but in the cooler spring months, maybe once a month you're filling it, depending on how much your chickens are drinking. This is a game changer. I hate filling up their water on a daily basis. The next legit mandatory automated system you need is an automatic door. We have one from the Chicken Run. It opens and closes based on the light. It comes with an app, so you can change it. You can do certain times of day if you want, or whatever. Game changer. In the past, we used to have to go out in the morning and then at night let in and out our chickens. This automates it all. this is worth the $100 that it costs to change your life. The third automation is a food system. We keep our feed outside. Again, I do like to keep a lot of things outside because in our old coop, we were just getting mice and rats and snakes and all that kind of jamming in there. So I like to keep everything outside as much as I can. It does mean that we have birds and other animals that get to it. But what's really nice about these run chicken feeders is they open and close as well based on the app, time of day, or time like that. It's a magnetized system on top. You fill them up. We have 2 because we have 30 chickens, so we don't have to fill it as often. It opens and closes around the time of day to block out different types of animals that might want their feed. Okay, my last mandatory item, if you're gonna be building your own coop, is a nice long run. We have this one from Producer's Pride, which is from Tractor Supply, and I will also link that down below. We've just connected a few onto each other. Now, the reason I think you need a run, one, there's many a times during the year when predators are worse than ever. In the winter and the really cold months, we do not even let our chickens out to free range because the predators were just knocking them down daily. And that's not what we like to see. They're coming from the sky, they're coming from the ground, and that is just not okay. So we decided to build this. We still let our chickens free range on days when we're home, we're outside, we're gardening, we're doing things so that they can really get the benefits of additional bugs and vegetation outside. But this allows them to really be outside a longer amount of time. We have a nice, really nice long run, and it's super protected. It's nice, hard, I think aluminum or steel. I'll put down exactly what it is here, and it protects those guys. Now, on top of it, we do have some not so pretty cloths. This one over here is a shade cloth, and that's so in the heat of summer or the heat of the day, they have a spot that is nice and shady for them. And then over here, this is just like a plastic covering. And this is important because you want to make sure that not all aspects of their run are going to get wet. They do like to do dust baths and have nice dry areas so they don't get bumblefoot, which can be an infection on their feet, or just not have mud all the time. So this keeps it nice and dry, especially in the winter when it snows. There's no snow in that section. So these are my must-haves. What do you think are must-haves when you're building out your coop? Are these things that you would want to add? Are they things you already have? Comment down below. I'll link everything down there so you can grab it if you want it. And I'll see you again next time.